I thought the first half we probably couldn't have played much better for the first game of the season. So very happy the way we started. It was a great crowd. Our kids were really excited to get the season started. It's always fun to get a lot of guys in the game. But the first half, I thought we were as efficient at both ends of the floor as we could ask, and got through it and moving on.
What's that mean to have such a strong start to a season where there are just so many high expectations that you guys have embraced?
No, I think it's a good sign in the sense of we don't see a lot of zone, and Cleveland State plays a zone. And I thought we handled that decently. Defensively, I thought our plan was pretty good. You never know in the first game of the season. Actually, half the plays that we practiced, they didn't even run them. So that's a credit to our kids that they adapted and guarded the way that fundamentally they've been taught by the staff. And, Coach Steyer and Billy have kind of are running our defense this year, and I thought they did a great job. Coach Shaven scouted them. But, yeah, I thought efficiency, we don't shoot the ball great. We missed some layups. But I thought the first half, the energy level was really good. And, it's a game that, yeah, we're supposed to win, but the bottom line is our kids were excited to play, and now it's time to get it going.
You say that about the first half, but I'm interested to know, when this team is playing at its best in your mind, what does that look like, I suppose? Like when they get to their, not just a first game playing well, but like actually.
No, I think if you look at our team and you say, well, if Iowa State's playing at the level that maybe they're capable, then I'm not saying we're going to win every game, but I think we can play with a lot of people. We have a lot of different lineups. I think we can defend. I think we can score all over the place. I said it after the exhibition game, and I believe it. I think we have 7 starting players, and they're interchangeable. Steph got in foul trouble, sat most of the first half. We went small, which we haven't even practiced that. But again, it's a credit to the kids that they can adapt and find ways to be competitive and do the things they need to do. So, I think all things that we wanted to see in the 2 times that we've put the uniforms on and played have been pretty good. Obviously, there's a lot of work to do, but, we missed too many shots. But if you say the number one thing Iowa State didn't do today was miss shots, I'm okay with that because we're going to make shots. We got a lot of people that can make baskets. The other stuff, that's basketball, so we'll be okay.
I was going to ask about that because sometimes in years past you said people looking at your program said the MO was, if they shoot the 3 well, they're going to win. If not, watch out. But that didn't happen. You got the defensive effort you got, and you beat a good mid-major team by whatever it was, 35.
Mm-hmm. No, Rob, I agree. And I think that's the thing, like, Iowa State's not a great defensive team because we don't physically overwhelm you like other teams. But I would say that, Destiny Leo's a really good player, the Horizon League Player of the Year. I think she would tell you that she got defended. Our kids are smart. They know what they're supposed to be doing. Steph adds another level. Obviously, we have someone that can block a couple shots, which is good. But our team is they've been so easy to manage leading up to this. We had a great fall, so I don't know where this is going to go, but it's a group that has embraced what they can be, and now it's just now that we've started, now you get into a rhythm, play, practice, prepare, get to the next one. So that's what we'll do for Thursday. I think we play Thursday. I'm not even sure. Sorry.
And Ashley, 50th career double-double. Obviously, she's done a ton, but milestone for her, just efficient game for her, it seemed like.
Yeah, I don't envy you guys trying to figure out what you're going to write about Ashley Jones. Another this, another that, another this, another that. She's a kid that loves to compete, loves to play, and the way they were defending us, the court opened up for her, unlike it does in a lot of games. And she was very smart, very efficient. She missed some shots in the second half that I think normally she'd feel she could make. But the first half, she was really good, and she's become a better defender, smarter defender. So, she does what she does, and, every scouting report has her at the top, but that means the other guys can get better and have more opportunities, hopefully.
You mentioned that they were running things that you hadn't scouted. You're out there running lineups that you haven't been practicing with. How rare is it to have a team that is smart enough to be able to handle those things on the fly and not let them get frazzled or things like that? It's like you should keep playing, keep doing your job, and you just make adjustments as you need to go along.
No, I think that's a great point, and it's probably, for me, the highlight of the day, because literally, I don't know, they ran one play that we practiced, and so what that means is you compete, you go fall back on your fundamentals, you communicate on the court. Lex and Emily are, in my mind, I wouldn't trade them for any backcourt in the country. I mean, you're sitting on the bench, and they're coaching the game as we go. They're competitive. They understand the game. And then you add Steph to the mix. And Danae, I think what you saw today, hopefully, in Danae is someone that people are going to enjoy watching. Danae is a tough kid, and she's a willing defender too. And when you see Lex guard the way she guards, now we got to find someone else. And I think Danae can do it. I think Nye can do it. But it's a credit to the kids. They're very bright. They're very fundamental. They show up, and the thing that we've talked about a lot is we want to be competitively connected in everything we do, and I think that's a great example of that. That they didn't look at me and go, well, "Those aren't the plays." They just figured it out, and that's what good competitive people do. That's life. Sometimes you gotta adjust, adapt, and overcome. And defensively, I thought that's what our kids did, especially in the first half. I thought they were really good, really good.
What have you seen out of Stephanie through, I know it's like 3 games or 2 scrimmages and a game on court so far, but conditioning-wise and performance and all that?
No, I thought Steph's conditioning is one thing we've talked about. The goal is to get her around 20 minutes a game, let her work into it. And obviously she had 5 minutes in the first half with some fouls. But I don't care who you're playing. If you're a Division I athlete and you play in a Division I game and you get 15 and 14 in 20 minutes, you're doing something. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't care who you're playing against. So, but she's adapting, and again, she's got a unique skill set that I've said this. I've been here, long time. But we've never had someone like that ever, and maybe never will. So. And I think she's shown in 2 games the unique ability she has at both ends of the floor to help our team. And she's a great teammate. Great teammate.
When Stephanie got in foul trouble, can you talk a little bit about how the other bigs came in and what kind of impact they had?
Yeah, I mean, Mo's done a great job. Mo's Mo. I mean, you know what you're going to get. She's efficient. She's smart. She talks. We went five guards, which meant we moved Nye to the 5. And that's the versatility that Nye gives us. Is she played the 5 in the first half, and she ended the game at point guard. And that's something that we have asked her to do, and the versatility that Nye gives us in that spot's been big. So, Mo's always going to be efficient. Mo's always going to impact success. And I thought Nye did the same thing when she was put in that role.
You mentioned that there's not been previously a lot of those times where you can maybe overwhelm people, but I mean, I think this year there's going to be a lot of times where you can overwhelm some teams, especially early in these games. What are you evaluating? What are the things that you want to see? What are the things that when you get back to the office tonight you want to look at and really break down?
No, I think that's the challenge, like at halftime. I told him, I've done this a long time, and I've never heard a coach give a great halftime speech when you have a big lead. And we didn't, Cleveland State kept playing, but we did some things that we need to be better. I mean, for us, it's obviously the evaluation has got to be, what do we get after our top 7 players? What can we get out of Maggie, Izzy, Shantavia in a game that it matters? And that, to me, that's the evaluation, is lineup combinations, but more importantly, when you go in the game, those 3, how are you going to earn some minutes on this team? And they're hard to find. I mean, those top 7 are pretty good, so you can't win with 7. So I think for me, the evaluation is, what are you doing when you get that opportunity to play? And That'll be the number one thing we talk about here in about half an hour is where do we get that? And then the conditioning piece. We don't want to overuse anyone for a lot of reasons. I mean, Danae's coming off an injury, and, Ash is going to play a lot of basketball the rest of her life, so it's our job, not to burn her to the ground this year. Same with Lex, same with them. So it's not just about this year's team. It's about we have an obligation to those kids that if they want to play basketball 10 more years, how do we practice? How do we play? Try and manage our minutes. So those are the things we try to get done.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you,